Welcome to Video Game Trivia, the competitive trivia game about video games. I'm your host, Jacob McCourt, and today I have two friends with me, Case Aiken, Matt, aka Stormageddon. Welcome to the show.
Hello. Thank you for having us.
Hi, thanks for having us.
Yeah, I am very excited to have both of y'all representing the CPOV network today. But if it's all right with y'all, I'd love to just get right into the first set of questions here.
Let's do it.
Sure. Yeah.
All right. The name of the game in Video Game Trivia is 7 rounds. You will say your name to buzz in. Let's practice right now, starting with Case, if you could buzz in for me.
Case!
And Matt.
Matt.
Perfect, amazing, gold stars, no points. But point values will increase as we go. I will explain every single round what's going on. You will need a pen and paper later in the game, but apart from that, just have fun. With that, we're going to start with the speed round. The speed round is 7 questions from the world of video games. It's a hodgepodge, a little bit of everything, and each answer that you get correct gets you 1 point. Make sure to buzz in with your name. The first person I hear will get to answer, and you can interrupt me if you'd like. Are y'all ready for question 1?
Let's do it.
All right, here we go.
Yeah.
How many games have been released in the Trine series?
Matt.
Yep.
4.
4 is the correct answer. So Matt is on the board with 1 point. Question number 2. Ori and the Blind Forest is a technical marvel developed on what popular game engine?
I'm not... Matt.
Yep.
The Unreal Engine?
That is not the correct answer.
Shit.
The Hoopman's got it right in the chat.
Well, la-di-da, Hoop Man.
I don't know. I'm going to get crushed here. I am not... I don't know so many video game shows.
Don't worry. Not all the questions are about, people and developers. Give you 5 seconds.
I just don't know the... Havoc?
It's funny. Havoc is an old physics engine that Microsoft bought, so that's a good guess. The answer is Unity. Which, Matt, if you threw a dart and said, is it Unreal or Unity, and you got the wrong one.
Yeah, pretty much.
The third question. What is the name of Blizzard's multiplayer online battle arena game?
Case.
Yep.
Heroes of the Storm.
Heroes of the Storm is the correct answer. Case is on the board with 1 point.
My brain blanked. I played that game all the time. I was like, what is it?
Question number 4. Assassin's Creed Freedom Cry is DLC for which mainline Assassin's Creed game?
Matt.
Case 3.
That's not the correct answer, Case, but Matt, go ahead.
Assassin's Creed 4. I don't remember what the fourth one was called.
That is the correct answer, and the subtitle is Black Flag.
That's right. It was either 3 or 4, and Case gave it to me by guessing 3. I thought it was 3.
Question 5. What aviation-inspired California game development studio is responsible for Mafia 3 and Mafia the Definitive Edition?
Matt.
Yep.
People Can Fly?
That is a good guess, but not the correct answer. That is a very good guess. These vary in difficulty. Some are easy, some are a little bit more difficult.
Yeah, I got nothing.
All right. If anyone in the chat has it, throw it down there. If you are watching this on Twitch, feel free to put the answers in the chat because both Case and Matt are not watching the chat, so feel free to jump in there. Hoopman Boeing Studios is not the correct answer, but that's quite witty. Hangar 13 is the correct answer.
Oh, yeah.
Question number 6. Image and Form Games recently changed their name to match the name of their most popular franchise. What is their new name? Image and Form Games recently changed their name to match the name of their most popular franchise. I'll give you another hint. It is their only franchise. What is their new name? They are based in Stockholm. There's another hint for you.
I don't know this one. This is such a poor showing on my part.
Well, I went with devs. I went with all devs on this one. So I'm being quite mean. I'll give you guys 5 more seconds on this.
I don't know.
The correct answer is SteamWorld Games.
The SteamWorld series. I do know those games, yeah.
The last one is not about a dev, but it's about a person. And Travis Colnut got it right in the chat, so good on you, my friend. The last question in the speed round is this. Jazz Jackrabbit was co-created by the designer of Gears of War. Who is he?
It's not. Is it Cliff Blazinski? Matt, is it Cliff Blazinski?
Cliff Blazinski is the correct answer.
The man who disappeared after he stopped doing anything at Epic.
I mean, he worked on Lawbreakers, and he also did a battle royale that didn't last for a long time, but I was
going to say Lawbreakers did real well too. So
we're going to keep it moving with the hit list. I promise this one will be one that you will all love. In the hit list, I'm going to ask you one question with multiple possible answers. In this case, I believe there are 22 or 23 possible answers that y'all can choose from. So lots of points available for y'all to get. Please wait until I fully ask the question. Then you may buzz in. The way it works is the first person to buzz in guesses first, and then it goes back and forth until both of you get 3 incorrect answers. You get 1 point per correct answer. Any questions?
No.
Okay. Here we go. I'm going to read out the question. Make sure not to buzz in until I finish reading the question completely. 22 possible answers on this one, so lots of points available for Case for you to catch up. You're down by 2 here, but let's get right into it. Y'all messaged me earlier and said I should add a Mass Effect question to this. I was like, yeah, sure. It took me a little bit of while to figure out what it should be, but then I figured it out this morning while I was sipping my coffee. Name all the squad mates in the original Mass Effect trilogy.
Case.
Okay, Case, you are going to get the first answer here. Let me flip over to my sheet here where I will keep track. Go ahead, Case, with your first answer.
Rex.
Rex is a correct answer. I'm just opening up my iPad here so I can follow along. Rex. All right, Matt, you're up.
Morden.
Morden is the correct answer. Morden. Case, back to you.
Caden.
Caden is a correct answer. Matt.
Grunt.
Grunt is a correct answer. Case, back to you.
Kasumi.
Where is that spelled? Kasumi is a correct answer. I just didn't remember how to spell Kasumi. Gato. Matt, back to you.
Jacob.
Jacob is a good name and a correct answer. Case, back to you.
Thane.
Thane is a correct answer. Matt.
Miranda.
Miranda is a correct answer. Case, back to you.
Liara.
Liara is a correct answer. Matt.
Garrus.
Garrus is a good boy and a correct answer. Case, back to you.
Tali.
Tali is a correct answer. Back to you, Matt.
Zaid.
Zaid is a correct answer. Case.
Vega.
James Vega is a correct answer. Matt, back to you.
Ashley Williams.
Ashley Williams is a correct answer. Case, back to you. The Hoot Man in the chat says, these guys are good. This game had a lot of good characters, making me want to go pick it up.
Sorry, I'm trying to process all the ones that we've already done. Javik.
Javik is a correct answer. Matt, back to you.
Legion.
Legion is a correct answer. Case, back to you. There are 8 left. Sorry, there are 6 left. Counting.
Sorry.
It's okay. The Hoot Man says, bro, who the hell is Javik? Laughing my ass off. I need to play this game over. I've forgotten way more than I thought.
Wow. Sorry, there's just so many that we've done now.
I'm going to give you 10 more seconds until you get your first strike. I'm also trying to figure out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's your first
Yeah, I got
strike,
him.
but don't worry, you're not out. Did you want to give an answer?
No, freezing. The X is
That's
for me, not for.
Yes.
Yeah, I was gonna say, why did I get an X? What the hell?
Do you have an answer, Matt? Back to you.
I do, Edie.
Edie is a correct answer. Case, back to you.
Okay. Holy shit.
These last 5 are tough. Especially one of them.
Yeah, I got 2 of them that I'm just blanking on because it's a duo that I'm just like freezing on right now.
No, yeah.
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, because the species is overriding it for some reason, and it shouldn't be. God damn it.
Hoopman's got one of the 5 letter left. Matter of Michael's got one of the ones that are left.
Fucking Christ.
I'll give you 10 seconds on this one.
This is probably a cop out because he's only in your party for like a minute, but Anderson at the beginning of 3, but
Anderson,
really.
I did not count, but
yeah, I wouldn't count it either.
okay. Matt, what do you think? Count him or not count him? You are the y'all are both Mass Effect experts here.
I mean, he's only in your party for 10 seconds in the third game, so
Yeah, I would say no.
I'm gonna agree with no.
Yeah, give me an X.
But that said, I also am struggling, and I look at this list and I'm like, I should know this. You can tell me no, but can I know which games characters are left from? You can say no, and then I'll just think on my own.
I only say no because there are 2 of them that I actually can't tell you if it's 2 or 3.
Oh, excellent.
One of them is from a DLC from the 3rd, and it's the meanest answer out of all of them. There's your hint.
Okay.
Arya from Omega. She's with you the entire Omega DLC.
Arya is a correct answer. Case, back to you. If you get this incorrect, you are out.
One we missed was Jack.
Jack is a correct answer.
Duh.
Very good.
Yeah.
There are 3 left.
Back to me.
And 2 of them are the ones that are tied together, I believe, Case, that you're trying to think of.
Right, and
Yeah, I'm completely blanking. Like, the only characters I'm thinking of that are tied together are Ashley and Caden, but there's obviously more than that. I'm so ashamed that I can't think of this.
One of them's mean, and I wouldn't expect you to get. But
Okay.
I can name who they are. Just the names are I'm freezing on, and I'm embarrassed because one was like one I wanted to romance in the game, and I couldn't.
y'all have done pretty well, though. Like, this is a great showing.
I mean, if you ask me what characters we are missing, I actually can tell you which ones they are. I just can't give their name because my brain currently has a block directly in front of their names when I see their character profiles.
I'm gonna be so mad because, like, I can picture it.
Case, what I'll do is, if you can't guess the name, I'll let Matt have his 3 guesses, and then at the end, if you want to describe who they are, I bet you're right.
Okay.
All right. I'm gonna take my first strike because I can't.
Okay.
I can't think of anyone and toss it back to Case.
Okay.
So one, the problem is it's really similar to one that we have already said, name-wise. It's different, but it is close enough that my brain is being like, no, don't do it.
Yes. All right, I'm going to give you 10 more seconds.
I'm going to give one. Morathan, something. It's very close to that.
Morinth. I'll give it to Case.
I'm going to give it to you. It's Morinth. Yes,
Yeah,
that is a correct answer.
And then I have mine.
Okay, go ahead.
Mara.
Samara is a correct answer.
Okay, yeah, that was the other one that I had like a big block on.
And then there's
one more, and I know who it is.
Okay.
But I just can't think of what her name is. But I know who it is.
Okay. Do you want to help Matt or no? Here, I'll help you both. Third game, DLC for a third game.
Yeah, it is the other character in the Omega DLC besides Arya.
The Turian whose name I can't remember. Yep.
Right. Exactly. That's yeah.
I don't know either, so I think we both just take the strikes and let it end because neither of us can remember the name of that Turian.
Is that your final answer, both of y'all?
Yeah, unfortunately.
All right. I'm going to flip back over to my slide here, present this, and then show you all of them. The correct answer that you're looking for is Nyreen Kandros.
Yep, from Omega. Yep.
The chat is saying that was very impressive, y'all. You should be very, very proud of your showing on that. That was fantastic.
Excellent. Thank God.
The problem with Samara is that when you say it out loud, it's too much like a sorry, and like I just kept on being like, it's something like that.
I just like totally forgot that Samara and Morinth existed. They just fell out of my head completely.
Well, and I love Samara. Like I said, she's actually a character I wanted to romance, but they don't let you do it properly. They just let it be like, we're good friends, right? We're good friends. And that's it.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to calculate the scores from the first 2 rounds. And in the meantime, what I would love is for y'all to introduce yourselves, talk about your shows, and talk about the Certain POV network that I've just got imaged here.
Why don't you go first, Case?
All right. So we are both hosts and producers on Certain POV podcasts. It's a network of nerds with all kinds of points of view. I host Another Pass, which is a film analysis show where we talk about movies that we find fascinating but flawed, movies that we wish had like course corrected at some point in production just to make it like a little bit better. In some cases, it ends up with a bad movie. Sometimes it's still a good movie, but you're like, oh man, I wish they had just done this one thing, and then it would have been great. So that's the main format for that show. Men of Steel is a Superman appreciation show. And then lastly, I've got Scruffy Nerf Herders, which is our Star Wars Dungeons and Dragons game.
I, as Kay said, am one of the producers over at Certain POV, certainpov.com. I have 4 shows on the network and then many, many more off the network. I also edit a few of Case's shows, which is a lot of fun. But I host Reignite, which is a Mass Effect themed podcast. We're currently in season 3, wrapping up the final few missions. And once we finish the 3rd game, we're going to move on to Andromeda. I also host Fun and Games, which is a podcast I host with Jeff Moonen, and is a podcast exploring games media on the whole. We have some incredible guests. I also do a short form series called Side Quests, which both of these gentlemen have done episodes for, which is a podcast mini-sode within the Fun and Games feed. Each episode is a different host talking about a game they love and why they love it. I created it to combat the negativity that is all over games journalism and games media. I host Screen Snark, which Jacob has been a guest on and Case has been a guest on, which is a TV and movie podcast where me, Rachel Quirky-Shank, my co-host, and a guest each talk about the most recent thing we watched and then interview the guest or just shoot the shit depending on who's guesting. And then the last show on the network is newly joined. My interview series, which used to be called Crash Course Autographs, has now jumped to Certain POV and become Certain POV Autographs. It is a interview series where I interview incredible and awesome and unique people in the arts. I've done a lot of really cool episodes. The most recent one is with Jeff Rosenberg and Laura Jackman, creators of the movie We Broke Up. Also, Jeff Rosenberg worked on The Good Place. Laura Jackman worked on Minecraft Story Mode, and we talk about those kinds of stories as well. And then a brief shout out to Shut Up Evan, which is a show I produce. We just finished our 2nd season. We just released our episode with Zachary Quinto, which was insane to get to do. I got to ask him a Star Trek question, which was, of course, what I was going to do. But we talk about heroes. We talk about growing up queer. We talk about his mom, who recently passed. We talk about all sorts of great stuff. So definitely check all of those out. And I'm excited to be doing trivia with my buddy Jacob.
I am very happy that y'all are here. And guess what? The scores are very tight. I flipped over, so you should be able to see that now. Case is at 11, and Matt, you are at 14. So we are in a really, really good spot here. We're going to move on to the next round that I call the checkpoint. I'm going to flip back over to my slide here. And in the checkpoint, what happens is there will be 2 questions. Since Case is down by 3, he'll be able to select the category that he wants. Once you know the category, you can wager up to half of your points, rounding up. So in this case, Matt, you can wager 7 points, and Case, you can wager 6 points. If you get it right, you get that many. If you get it wrong, you lose that many. Think of it like the
Final
Jeopardy.
Jeopardy.
That's it. Yes, the Daily Double. It's kind of like that.
Oh, Daily Double. Yeah, sure. Close enough.
So, Case, here are the 2 categories for this episode of Video Game Trivia: indie games or AAA games, which is a very, very general, ambiguous category, but here we are. I did it.
I'm going to go with AAA games because at least I'll know the words you're saying when you say the question. It's because there are definitely a few up front where it's like, oh, I don't know any of the words you're saying right now, so I'm just going to sit this one out.
Then what we'll do is, Matt, you have indie games. Case, you have AAA games. So, Matt, knowing that you're going to go first and you're going to go indie games, how many points do you want to wager out of 7?
Oh, we don't get to hear the question until after we wager. This
you
is
do not.
Evil. Well, I'm up by...
You're up by 3.
3. So I'll wager 5. That way I won't be down that far if I lose, but still 5 points is a lot of points.
All right, Matt, you're wagering 5. Case, you have a wager of up to 6. How do you want to wager?
I'm going to use my Renegade helmet as intimidation.
I'm gonna go for the full 6 because it's the only way I'm gonna catch up right now, and if I'm down 5 or 6 points from where I start, it's not that big a difference. So I'm just gonna go with that.
Let me tell you that the points after this round double, so each question will be worth 2 points. So I don't know if you want to change your bet knowing that.
I think that keeps me on the same track right there.
Perfect.
Okay.
And Katie is in the chat, and she said, no, your categories are super specific. So even she's dunking on me in the chat. Here we go.
I mean, when in doubt, dunk on Jacob. I've learned that.
I mean, I take it pretty well, so there
Just
you go.
like Jacob's always the imposter. If you ever play Among Us with Jacob, know that.
Don't do it. It's terrible. Don't do it. Matt, you're up first. Your category is
Okay.
indie games. You have wagered 5. Your question is this. The creators of Minerva's Den, the groundbreaking DLC for BioShock 2, created their own game studio after the release of Minerva's Den that has published Gone Home, Tacoma, and the upcoming Open Roads. Name the developer.
And I love what's worse is I love Gone Home. I've not played Tacoma or Open Roads yet, though I have Tacoma. But I loved Gone Home. But I am heartbroken to say I have no idea what the studio is called. I don't remember, and that's killing me because I know the minute you say it, I'll know it. But because I can see the Gone Home title screen with the purple with the dark house in front of in the purple backdrop, and the logo's on screen with it. I can picture the start screen to Gone Home, and I have no idea what the hell company this is.
Let me read it one more time.
Don't have to worry, man. I'm still going to be down by 4 at the end of this.
Maybe it'll jog your memory. I'll read it one more time in the chat. Matter of Michael has got it from the Games Gone podcast, bringing it back to things that are gone.
The podcast that brought me and Jacob together, and an incredible gaming podcast that I loved so much.
Michael, thank you for bringing us together. The creators of Minerva's Den, the groundbreaking DLC for BioShock 2, created their own game studio after the release of Minerva's Den that has published Gone Home, Tacoma, and the upcoming Open Roads. Name the developer. Has it jogged your memory?
I wish. No, I don't got it.
I will give you 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The name of the developer is the Fulbright Company.
Fulbright.
Or Fulbright. Oh. Yeah, that's going to kill you afterwards, isn't it? You're going to be like, ah!
Yeah.
Well, Case.
Bye-bye 5 points.
You are now at 9. Case, this is your chance to go way up on Matt here with your question about AAA games. Are you ready?
No, but sure.
Here is your question. Warner Brothers Interactive Entertainment recently secured a patent for this groundbreaking in-game system that has yet to be fully replicated in games outside of the WB family. What is the name of that in-game system? Hoopman's got it.
For the record, I know it, but of course I'm not going to say it.
I will let you say it if Case passes.
Okay.
Groundbreaking in-game system.
Yes. So think of it like a piece of tech or a system inside of games.
I have no idea, but I'm just gonna throw out something that might be in the right ballpark. Some kind of face mapping system.
That is a good guess, but not the correct answer.
Yeah.
Matt, do you want to try?
Yes, it's the Nemesis system from the Lord of the Rings games they made.
That is the correct
yeah, I actually
answer.
heard about that shit.
Yeah, where when you get revenge, like you kill someone and they'll want revenge on you, they'll come back like missing an eye and stuff. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, and other studios will be able to twist it, but they won't be able to put it in just as they've done. So maybe we'll get a Batman game with the Nemesis system. Who knows? But we're going to keep it going. This is a brand new segment that I've yet to premiere on the show, so y'all are getting it first. It is called the Title Shuffle. And with the Title Shuffle, I'm going to give you the title of a game all shuffled up, and you need to decipher the title of the game. Each correct answer will get you 2 points. Here is a hint, just a little practice round. The number of words in a clue is always correct, but the number of letters in a word may not always be the right number. So if you look here, rad, EGM toll, I'll see, it's 3 words, but not necessarily, like each of the 3 words isn't necessarily 3 letters, 7 letters, 4 letters. That gives you Metal Gear Solid. They're anagrams, as Katie has said in the chat. Do you guys have any questions? Are you ready?
No.
Could you increase the leading between the words so I could clearly see? Because that rad,
they are
the
bigger.
D to the E on that one is
They are bigger.
Okay.
All right, here we go. Game number 1 is this. 2 words. And if y'all don't get it, I can give you a hint as we go. If y'all want the hint, I can give you the era where this game was released.
Sure.
Okay, this is the Xbox, PS2, GameCube era. The chat is saying, man, this is hard, so...
I agree with the chat.
Two words. In this case, the number of letters in each word is actually correct. Katie, you're real close. Yep, the chat figured it out together. That's it. You got it, Hoop Man.
Love it, teamwork. I don't see it.
Do y'all want another hint?
Yes, please.
Okay, this is a popular franchise.
God damn it, Jacob.
I can give you a third hint. This is a popular franchise that is soon celebrating an important anniversary. Hoop Man, get out of here. All right, those are your 3 hints. Let's count it down. 5, 4, 3, 2. Does anyone want to throw out a guess?
I keep seeing words, but definitely not the right.
Yeah. My brain said Ratchet and Clank, but that's 3 words. This is 2. So yeah, I got nothing.
Yeah, like in my eye, I'm like, oh, it's almost Chrono Cross, but that's definitely not right. And then like I keep seeing a word, but it's definitely not the right word. And like chosen, but I can't.
You're getting there real close, but I think we'll move on to this one. Sonic Heroes.
Sonic Heroes. Oh fuck.
Yeah, that one. The chat figured it out. It took 4 people to get there. So like, you guys are doing great. Are y'all ready for the second one?
Yeah.
Here it is.
No, but sure.
3 words. Indie game is your first hint. I mean, what is indie game these days anyway? But I think you know what I'm saying.
Blah, blah. It's not Hades, that's for sure.
3 words. Uber Libra in the chat was yelling at you, Matt, earlier.
Yeah, that would be my spouse, the incredible Sarah Storm, yelling at me. Indie game.
I can give you a second hint.
Sure.
Was released in the last 5 years.
Okay.
The chat is popping off trying to figure it out together. Y'all don't have that luxury.
No, we don't. I love teamwork. It's funny, every indie game I'm thinking of are all 1 or 2 words. I'm like,
I can give you a third hint.
okay.
Yeah, we don't have it, so yeah.
Food is a core mechanic.
Oh, no, that's 1 word. Battle Chef Brigade.
Matt, that is the correct answer.
I've never actually played it, but I've heard good things.
In the chat, nobody got it, so you are the king of that question, Matt.
I'll take it.
I could see the word battle in there, but I was like, I don't know what any of the other words are.
Papa Pause in the chat said, Jacob is hurting our brains. I apologize. Maybe this third one will hurt your brains a little bit less. Here it is. It's 3 words. Let me know when you're ready for the first hint.
It's funny. I thought of 3 different things, and none of them have enough like the right letters. They get close, though.
Here's your first hint.
I'll take that first hint. Yeah.
Okay. Was released in the last 5 years.
Okay.
I could be even more specific. It was released in the last 3 years.
Okay.
Past controllers got it in the chat. Well done.
That's Brendan Groom. Love that man. Past the Controller is a great podcast. You should go listen to it.
Mm-hmm.
After this, but yes.
Yeah. Don't go now. Damn.
I can give you a second hint.
Okay.
Yeah.
It is an RPG.
RPG that came out in the last 2-3 years. That's 2 words. I'm gonna be so mad, aren't I?
I think you will be.
I'm trying to think of all the RPGs I played. Pokemon. Can't think of anything else.
I can give you a third hint.
Okay.
The developer of this title has quite the pedigree.
So now I'm thinking, okay, maybe it was Square Enix, but then I've still got nothing. And so I don't know if it's Square Enix.
I could give you a fourth hint as well.
All right, sure.
Yeah.
we're stumped here, so.
The developer was recently acquired.
Oh, fuck. The Outer Worlds.
The Outer Worlds is the correct answer.
Game was amazing. all the naysayers are wrong. It's a good game. Sorry.
We are moving on to number 4. Are y'all ready?
Yes.
Case, I'm sending the good vibes your way. Here we go. 2 words. Chat, if you know it, scream it out. You got half of it, Katie.
Okay, I don't know what else it could be from these letters. Then, if I may guess.
Yep, please buzz in and guess.
Because I don't. Case. I don't know if this is a real game or not. Hex Quest. Chex Quest. Pardon me.
Yes, I'll give it to you. It is Chex Quest. That is a real game.
Okay.
I had no idea.
This
Good
is
job,
a
Case.
this is a game.
I know the game, but
What do you know about it?
so it was released in boxes of Chex, and it was a Doom ripoff. It was essentially a reskinned Doom with this Chex guy, and they actually re-released it recently and updated the graphics.
Yeah, and made a big deal out of
Wow.
it on Twitch. Like major streamers were streaming it. So
Yeah.
Chex Quest for you. I've got one more of these ones for you. Here it is. It's the toughest one we've done so far. Here it is. It's 4 words.
The Super Mario Bros.
4 words, you said?
4 words. The chat is losing their mind because they had no idea Chex Quest was a thing.
Yeah, I had it.
I
growing
didn't
up.
either. I just was like, I know what one of those words is, and the other letters is this.
Chex,
Yep.
good cereal.
Yeah, I actually owned a copy of Chex Quest on CD-ROM growing
Dang.
up. Because I'm old.
We're like the same age. And I didn't own this game. Are y'all ready for your first hint?
Yes.
Yes, please.
This would be the 360 Wii PS3 era.
Was it on all 3 platforms?
Yes, it was. It was also on DS, I believe. I'm going to take that back.
Okay, well that's fine.
And I'll explain to you why afterwards.
Okay. Let's see.
Papa Pause, you have 1 word for sure.
There's so many R's.
Yeah. Like at first my brain put together robot, but there's no B anywhere to be found. So
Right.
it's not that.
Michael, thank you. I assume it's because I realized my mistake in my brain that you say you love me. Either way, I appreciate the love. Do y'all want your second hint?
Yes, please.
Of course.
Games developers based in Boston.
Okay. That narrows it down a little bit. Oh no, it's four words, but oh no,
4
that's
words.
Wait, sorry. You said this was. Sorry, you said this was PS3, Xbox 360, or this was PS2, Xbox OG?
This is PS3, Xbox 360, Wii.
Wii.
Wii. Sorry.
my brain, Matt. My brain wanted to do Guitar Hero World Tour, but there's not enough. I don't think that's right. Guitar Hero World Tour. Yeah,
That is absolutely the correct answer. That was a very, very good poll.
I know Harmonix is based in Boston. That's the only reason I got it. Because then I just started going through the Rolodex of Harmonix games, and I'm like, this one wasn't Harmonix. This was the developer that split off from them, I think. But either way,
I actually don't know. This one was Neversoft, Budcat, Vicarious
Yeah.
Visions.
Vicarious Visions.
And
that's
the
right.
reason I brought it up is because on DS they released one called Guitar Hero On Tour that came with a little like 4-button controller that you plug
Yeah,
into the bottom of your
Plugged
DS.
into the back of the DS. Yeah, I remember that.
Right, and it only worked on like the early DSs and not the later ones.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because it wouldn't fit on the later ones. Yeah.
And past the controller, Brendan in the chat saying, I think harmonics stopped after Guitar Hero 2, which I believe
okay.
is
Yeah,
also the
That
correct
sounds
answer.
correct. Yeah, that sounds.
They put it on PS2, then 360, and I think that's when
Yeah.
they said like, now we're doing.
We're gonna make Rock Band.
Yeah,
Yep,
and
they-
Band Hero was actually Activision
with-
as well.
Right, correct. Yeah, they did Rock Band 1. They did the first 2 Guitar Heroes, Rock Band 1, 2, 3, all of the spin-offs, Rock Band 4, and they've done Fuser, which is their current one, and Audica or Audacica, which is a VR one. Yeah.
We're going to keep it going here. We have a couple rounds left. This is one of my personal favorite. It's called Box Art Blitz. And in this one, I'm going to show you a small piece of box art from a video game, and your job is to tell me the name of that video game. Each one is worth 2 points. Are y'all ready?
Can we get a score check? Just
Absolutely. Case, you
just
are at
so my mental
7.
I think I'm down. Yeah.
Case, you are at 7. Matt, you are at 15. And Brendan says drop mix, and no one knows what that is. I have a copy of drop mix in my closet that I will
have
pull
Drop Mix
out.
as well. That's why I was excited about Fuser at PAX East last year, because I had Drop Mix. I had played Drop Mix. No, new Fuser was a digital Drop Mix. So
Yeah, and everyone else in the chat is just like, these.
What?
How did we get 3 people that own the same game? But I digress.
Right?
Are y'all ready for the first one?
Yes, let's go.
Here it is.
Matt.
Mm-hmm.
The Blob? There's no way I'm right.
That is not the correct answer. But it's funny, I had to check. The Blob is later in this deck. Not in this section, but later we're going to talk about the Blob.
Excellent. I'll keep that in the back of my mind.
These are some good guesses. Hoopman, no. Pass the controller, you're on to it. Hoopman, no. Hoopman, no. Jestifer, no.
Hey, Jesse Vitelli's in the chat too. Hey, Jesse.
I don't know, but I'm just gonna throw a guess
Yep.
out there. Jet Set Radio.
That is a good guess. Nobody in the chat's got it. The correct answer is a game that we talked about just a few minutes ago. It's Band Hero.
And Hero.
It's this section
That's
right here
evil.
with the
Yeah,
the
yeah,
microphone.
yeah.
That was very mean, but this next one I promise is not as mean. Here it is.
Matt.
Yep.
SingStar.
SingStar is not the correct answer.
Damn it. It's one of those stupid singing games.
Case.
Yep.
Karaoke Hero.
That is also a good guess. Y'all are on the right track here. It is not just dance. It is not recore. It is not just sing. It is Lips, my friends.
Fuck
Do y'all
is
remember Lips?
No,
No,
not
we
at all.
don't.
Not at all.
Clearly.
Lips was Microsoft's version of SingStar.
Oh, okay. Yeah, SingStar was the play. I knew it was a PlayStation karaoke game.
Jesse in the chat says Lips of an Angel, which is a great song by Seether.
Yeah, it is. It is a good song by Seether, a band
Right.
that 3 people remember.
And 2 of them are here. 3 of them are here. Here is the third one for y'all. Actually, Hinder. Is Hinder a song by Seether? Or is Hinder the band?
Yes. No, Hinder is a song. Well, Hinder I think was a band, but it's also a song by Seether.
I'm being
Yes.
yelled at in the chat for saying Seether and not Hinder. Okay, I've got the next one up here. We've got 3 of them left in this round. Here we go.
Matt, Monopoly?
Monopoly is the correct answer.
They made Monopoly for the Nintendo Switch?
They
I had
did
no idea.
by Ubisoft, and let me tell you,
Is
that
it bad?
version, the load times are ridiculous.
No.
Everyone's screaming it out in the chat. Brendan said Fortune Street, which is also a good guess. Here's
is a
our
good guess.
4th piece of box art. Here we go.
Matt.
Yep.
DDR Mario Mix.
DDR Mario Mix is the correct answer. Case knew it too. He was just like, I know this.
I was trying to guess what Mario game. I was like, that's definitely Mario, but I don't know which.
Yeah.
Developed by Konami.
This game was trivia on some YouTube video I was watching recently. That's the only reason I knew for sure what it was.
Are you saying that you were studying for this today?
I mean, I'm always studying.
I love it. I've got one more left here. I think it's the hardest one that we're going to have it so far. Here it is.
Great. Matt.
Yup.
Chibi Robo.
Chibi Robo is the correct answer.
Fun fact. Want to know why I know about Chibi Robo? A game I've never played.
Tell me.
Have you heard of Scott the Woz, the YouTuber?
I have.
Does lots of video game videos. He is obsessed with this game series and how much it disappoints him after the first game. And that's why I know it, because he did a ton of videos on it.
Okay. What else do you know about Chibi Robo?
That it was like this cute little game where like you could you would do chores around the house and help this family. You would have to like carry your plug around and plug in. I hear that the first game is actually a lot of fun, and then like they turned it into a platformer on the DS and everyone hated it.
Mm-hmm. I think it came with an amiibo.
Yes,
or
the 3DS one did. Yeah, no, it was an amiibo of him sitting and holding his plug. But yeah, I've heard that this is great, and then I think also this version got a remaster on the Wii, but like they took stuff out and it didn't have motion control support or something. Like it was really like backwards. Yeah.
You know what I always confuse this game for? Elebits. Do y'all remember Elebits?
Elebits. Yeah. It was such a weird game. I don't know that I ever played that one either.
Yeah. Everyone in the chat, shout out to Jesse, Pass the Controller, Brendan, Hoopman, Michael, like everybody got it. And Jesse is saying, yo, Elebits rules. So there you go.
There you go.
We've got 2 categories left, gents. The second to last one is called Metacritic Critic, and this is where you're going to need your pen and paper. I'm going to give you a set of 5 games from a particular year, and you're going to write down the Metacritic score that you believe this game achieved at release. Closest to the score wins. If there's a tie, it goes to the player who is under the score. So let's say the answer is 88. And, Jesse's not here. A Case, you say 90, and Matt, you say 86. The 86 would win.
Got it. So you want to get closest without going over, but you don't have to. If we both go over, it's just whoever's closest.
Exactly. You can go over, you can be under. It's basically whoever's closest to the pin, and if only in a tie scenario do we go under versus over.
Got it.
Are y'all ready?
Yes.
All right, and just confirm it's all it's a 100-point scale.
Yes, it is a 100-point scale. That's a great question. The year for this is 2011. And the first game is a little game on 3DS called Pushmo. How does game be? What do y'all remember about Pushmo?
Wasn't it like a little like puzzle game? I thought it was a puzzle game, right?
It was.
Didn't you have to like push things, like move things around a space?
You did.
Or whatever? Yeah.
It was like you flipped. It
Pushmo
was
kind of gives you all of that Pushmo. Like, it's
I think
not
there
a
were
lot
3 of them. And they were mostly on eShops. The first one was on 3DS, which is this one in 2011. And it was like an isometric view that you could flip around to push things in a correct order. We got some great answers in the chat.
Okay. I've written down my number.
Let me know when you're both ready.
Ready.
Okay.
I'm ready.
All right. Let's throw up your numbers on 3. 1, 2, 3. Case says 85. Matt says 75. All right. And I'll read out some of the answers in the chat. We've got Brendan saying 89, Michael 81, Jesse 78, and Katie 71. The Metacritic
It's gonna be
score
80. We're gonna be tied. It's gonna
is 90. So
Case gets it.
Case, those points go to you.
I should have had more faith. I figured like it was an above average game. That's why I went with 75.
They're saying Pushmo is a banger in the chat. So there's your reco there.
No.
Here it is.
There he is.
DeBlob 2.
They need to remaster DeBlob. DeBlob and DeBlob 2 are great.
I need to play those.
They're stupid, but they're a lot of fun.
I remember I used to work at an EB Games back in the day, and I think the first one came out while I was still there, and I just remember seeing DeBlob 2 in every single bargain bin, like for years after it came out.
Mm-hmm.
It was.
I don't know that the sequel was as good from what I remember. I feel like the first game was a better game.
And this was like a THQ Fallout kind of situation. This game came out like right before they imploded because of the U-Draw tablet.
Oh, that's right. I'm gonna go with this number. Okay, I'm ready.
All right, Case, are you ready?
Yep.
Show me your scores. 55 from Case. Oh my God.
55. The same number. What are the odds? Me and Case are too similar. This is the problem.
Here's what I'm actually gonna do. We're gonna call an audible here. I'm gonna give everyone the answer, but then I'm gonna ask you to give me the Metacritic score for DeBlob 1, and that's how we're gonna settle these points.
Okay.
The correct answer here is 79.
Oh wow!
So y'all were way off. In the chat, it would have been Jesse who said 78 that would have got the points.
Oh wow!
Very good. Pass the controller 77. Michael 83. The Hoopman 74 if I've ever seen it. And Jesse said they made so many of those damn U-Draw tablets. Yes, they did. So in the meantime, I would like the Metacritic score for DeBlob on Wii.
Okay.
And I'm gonna look it up while y'all.
One on Wii.
DeBlob 1 on Wii. So if you're in the chat, give me the score for DeBlob 1 on Wii.
All right, I got my number.
I need like a Sharpie or something to make it like legible.
I mean, mine is
see
not much better.
Let me.
I think my camera.
That's because I'm like scratching it.
All right. Show me your scores. Okay,
85.
different scores.
That's a good start.
The correct answer, I'm going to show you here. Let's hope it plays. Is 82.
82.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
So those points go to Matt.
I knew that the DeBlob. But I was right. DeBlob 2 did score lower than DeBlob 1. I did remember that one was better than the others.
So that is 2 points for Matt. All right. We've got 3 of these left. I can't believe
we both said 55.
That's not happened before. That is a first.
Yes. Hell yeah. CPOV, making records.
Who does the voice for
We have a certain point of view.
Oh, the Stinger is the voice of the Stinger is our very own Brett Eagleston. He designed the whole radio, like he came up with that like radio stinger on his own and edited it, produced it, and recorded it. It's awesome.
Yeah.
I love it.
The brains behind the animated segments that we've been doing on our YouTube channel. Like he's the one who created all the initial stuff, and then like since then I've just been kit bashing faces from like the initial collection he put together.
Yo, I saw my face on one of those once, and I was like, "Oh my God!" I think I DM'd you, Case, about it. I'm like, "Oh my God!"
Yeah. Oh, I was super happy with. I was like, I got Jacob so close. I got him so close.
Our next game is Bulletstorm.
Yeah, Bulletstorm.
Okay.
Lead character voiced by the incredible Stephen Bloom. Love this game.
Got some good guesses in the chat. It's from People Can
I'm
Fly.
thinking about actually picking up. They put out a Switch version that I hear runs actually pretty well, and I loved this game. It was ridiculously dumb and fun.
I think I remember back in the day they were like, "It's the Gears of War killer," even though it was a first-person shooter and not a third-person shooter. But okay,
correct. And by the same company that made Gears of War, so like
yes,
it was by Epic. So yeah, it didn't matter.
And People Can Fly, which I believe they did Gears Judgment. Someone correct me if I'm wrong, but I think they did Gears Judgment on 360.
Yeah, I don't think they did the original.
Was this the unofficial sequel to Painkiller?
No,
it was a spiritual successor to Painkiller.
But it was like in the vein of Painkiller. Yeah.
Yes. Brendan says Outriders, which I think was their latest game, right?
Yes, Outriders is the newest game they put out, which I actually genuinely liked.
Got some.
All right, I've got my score, by the way.
Yeah, me too.
All right, show them.
90.
All right, oh my God,
we did it again.
Oh.
We're the worst.
Okay, well, here's what we're gonna
do.
do.
The other part is that we are taking the tact of doing like round numbers, like we're doing like either zeros or fives. So
Unbelievable. Well, hey, I'm gonna give the answer for this, and then we're gonna call another audible, and I'm gonna have you give the score of Gears Judgment on 360.
Okay.
84 is the correct answer. So Brendan is the closest. The chat is losing their mind. Actually, Hoopman has a better suggestion. Give the score for Outriders.
Oh, the new game. Okay.
Yeah, the new game. Let me just give you the platform too, because sometimes they're a little different. Let's do Outriders on. Let's do Outriders on PC.
Okay.
Outriders on PC.
Okay.
Hey, Matt, learn to write numbers.
Jesse
Please.
says, I must not guess since I reviewed it.
It's true, he did.
All right, let me know
Okay,
when
I'm
y'all are
ready.
ready.
Yep,
Show me
ready.
your scores.
Okay.
79. All right,
Okay.
yeah, I did go with a round number
Wow.
this time.
All right, the right answer here is 73.
Ah,
So that
Case
is
gets it.
Case getting the points there.
All right.
Y'all are just wilding with this.
Hey, now when people make the joke that Case and I share a brain, it's more accurate than I think we thought.
Right.
Let's go with our
Steel
fourth one
Diver.
here. Steel Diver, which is a launch title for the 3DS.
Yeah. One of the games I decided not to buy when I got my 3DS on launch day. It was bad.
Jesse said about Outriders, I did in fact give it a 7.
Oh, so he's in line with the Metacritic.
Right on the money.
Yeah.
Ready when you are.
Give me one sec.
Steel Diver, you could play it in 2D or in 3D, but only if you're 7 and above for 3D mode.
Okay.
The chat is losing their mind on this one.
Okay, I'm ready.
All right, show us your scores.
Going with a 50.
Okay.
Going with a 30.
Case said 30. Matt said 50. In the chat, we've got Jesse says 78. Pass the controller. So Brendan says 38. Katie says 43. Michael says 67. All over the place. The correct answer is 58. So Matt, those points are for you.
I get it. Yeah, I remember it having horrible reviews, so I knew it had to be kind of low.
I can't even see that game in my brain.
I don't. It's
Yeah.
it's a side scroller actually most of the time, and you're like Echo the Dolphin almost. You're controlling a ship in like the water. I think, unless I'm thinking of a different game.
So like the Super Nintendo Hunt for Red October.
A little bit, yeah. I think.
Our last game
Fun
is
fact, my first Super Nintendo game.
the Hunt for Red October is your first game on that platform?
Yeah, because my dad bought it being like, ooh, yes, this sounds like a good idea. Tom Clancy.
I love it.
Resistance 3 is our last
Resistance
game.
3. The series that folks wish Insomniac would go back to. I have an admission to make. I've never played any of the Resistance games. I've heard they're very good, but I've never played any of them.
They get a lot better over time. The first one's rough.
And it's got move compatibility. Everyone remembers the move. Everyone had that.
I think you could use the gun shell for it.
Yeah, it was one of the games that used the gun shelf.
One of the 2 or 3 games that did.
Yeah.
I think I might be lowballing it, but
Okay. I'm going to go with. Okay, I'm good.
Jesse says 3D compatible as well.
Oh, interesting.
All right, show me your scores.
Oh, right, it's right there on the bottom. I did 85 as well.
Get out of
you
here!
son of
Third time. I can't believe we did that a third time.
Well, the score is 83. You guys are like
Oh my God,
right
we're so
close to
close.
it. In the chat, we had 69, 70, 84. Michael was right on with his 84 guess. We're going to call a third audible here, and I want y'all to give me the score of Sunset Overdrive on the Xbox One.
Sunset Overdrive.
That is a game developed. If you guys don't know it, I can throw up a little piece of box art if you'd like.
if you don't mind, actually.
I do know it. I've never played it, but Eric Van Allen, the incredible Eric Van Allen, constantly yells at me to play it.
This one.
Yeah, I've not ever played it.
That
but-
is not anything I guessed when you said the name. So thank you.
You're welcome. I have to make sure not to click anything that has a Metacritic score on it.
Okay,
Yeah.
I've got my number.
All right. Interesting. Hang on.
I can't believe we got the same number a third time in a row.
3 times. Wild.
Hilarious to me.
Sunset Overdrive kind of laid the foundation for the Spider-Man games that Insomniac put out, in my opinion.
Ooh.
So did no, Infamous is Sucker Punch. Never mind. I was confused those.
Okay.
All right.
All right,
Show me
I'm
your
ready.
scores. If they're the same, I quit.
88.
Oh,
Okay,
wow. Okay. I actually need to look this up because I wasn't doing it because I'm a bad host. Here we go. Sunset Overdrive.
If it's 89.
Right? Then we have to do another tiebreaker.
All right. The score on that one is the same as Resistance 3, 83.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
So those points go to Matt, correct?
Yes, I
Yep.
got 88.
All right. So
I
we're
almost
gonna
went
get
with 85 again, and I only changed it because you guys were like Spider-Man.
which you would have won. A Matter of
Yeah.
Michael says higher than I thought. Higher than I thought. So there you go. We're gonna do a final score check before we do the bonus round. Before we do that, I wanted to know if y'all had any, again, if people want to find you on social media, like shout all that stuff out while I calculate your final scores.
Why don't you go first again, Case?
Yeah, so biggest one for me is Twitter, and I am at Case Aiken, which is a good spot. I link from there everything I do, but also lefty stuff. So if you don't want that, like in my bio on there, I've got like all the podcasts and stuff to follow, and on YouTube, Certain POV, we've got a lot of cool stuff. You can see cartoon versions of Jacob, Matt, and me all there. It's great.
True. And the best place to find me on social is DJ_Stormageddon on Twitter. That is also my handle for right here on Twitch, which is twitch.tv/DJ_Stormageddon. I'm actually going to be streaming tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Eastern. I am doing my weekly featured Fuser streams, but at 9 o'clock, I'm going to be testing out their new Diamond Stage mode where you get to earn currency for special unlocks and get a half-hour set while folks can make and request stuff. So that's going to be really cool. And all of my podcasts, just go to djstormageddon.com, and you can literally find everything I do there. It's a very long list.
Well, again, thank you for shouting out all the wonderful things y'all do. Between y'all, it's what, eight podcasts on the network? Is that correct? 4 and 4?
No, 4 and 3. Oh no,
Formally, although there's like spin-off stuff, like
yeah.
You do
Struck
S-
Nerfers has just roll with it, and there's all the side quest stuff, and we're launching some new stuff in the future that we're parts of. So we both keep busy is the short answer.
The more ridiculous answer is that I alone produce 8 podcasts because I'm a crazy person, and then host 4.
Do you have a novelty mug that says "I love podcasts"? That's what I need to know.
I don't, but I should. I do have a novelty mug that has one of the various Stormageddon logos on it, which you can buy at my merch store.
And where can people find that?
Again, at djstormageddon.com.
Well, again, gents, thank you so much for coming on the show today. We're going to get into the bonus round here, but before we do, I need to check the scores. In second place with 11 is Case, and in first place with 27 is Matt. So again, there is still a chance, Case, that you can win this, depending on the bet that Matt throws out in our final round here that I'm going to put up right now. And it's called the bonus round. In the bonus round, I give you one question. I will give you the category so you'll be able to bet. It's like Final Jeopardy. You bet as much as you want. If you get it correctly, you win that many points. If you get it incorrect, you lose that many points. Do you guys understand?
Yes. Also, if Katie's not in the chat going, "Good name, Jacob," I'll be very disappointed because the bonus round called the bonus round. Come on now.
It's hey, I name things good sometimes.
Sometimes.
Here's the category for the bonus round. It is game technology, and I will make it even more specific for y'all so that you can wager appropriately. This is about like developer technology, not consumer technology.
Okay, so not the consoles and controllers and stuff. It's
The
about
stuff
the
that
things
makes
you
the
use.
games.
Got it.
All right. So what I'd love for y'all to do is wager. Case, you can wager up to 11. Matt, you can wager up to 27. Throw your wagers down, and then I will get y'all to share your wagers with me one at a time, with eyes closed for the other person. We like to make it interesting for the folks at home. There's even music for this too.
Oh, music, sweet.
All right. Let me know when your wagers are in.
Okay, I'm ready.
I'm ready.
All right. What I'd like for you to do, Matt, is cover your eyes. In case, do not say your score audibly. But go ahead and throw up your score. Yes. Let me show you. Let me confirm with you. That many, right? Okay. Make sure not to say it out loud. So let's get that score written down on my very prestigious notebook. And then what I'd like Case to do is cover his eyes. Matt, you can open your eyes and show me your wager. Okay. Thank you.
You're not going to confirm it with me?
Keep your eyes closed, Case. It's that many.
Yes.
Right? Okay.
Yeah.
All right, Case, you can open your eyes. All right, what I will do is I will read the question twice, and you will have 1 minute to put your answer down. Write it down, and much like Final Jeopardy, I'll call on the player who's in second place first to give their answer, and then I'll give the person in first to give their answer, and then we'll give the correct answer after that. All right? Here we go. I'll read it twice for you. Place your bets. Yeah, we already got that. Ubisoft created their own game engine in 2010. This engine, which was recently shelved for being difficult to use, was used for titles like Child of Light, Valiant Hearts: The Great War, and Rayman Origins. Name the engine. Ubisoft created their own game engine in 2010. This engine, which was recently shelved for being difficult to use, was used for titles like Child of Light, Valiant Hearts: The Great War, and Rayman Origins. Name the engine. Y'all have 1 minute. Good luck. Thirty seconds. Ten seconds. And that, my friends, is time. If you do not have an answer, please write one down. All right. Case, we will start with you. What I'd love for you to do is share how many points you've wagered and the answer that you've put down for this question, which I will read one more time. Ubisoft created their own game engine in 2010. This engine, which was recently shelved for being difficult to use, was used for titles like Child of Light, Valiant Hearts: The Great War, and Rayman Origins. Name the engine. Go ahead.
All right, so I had wagered 10.
Okay.
Knowing that even if I got a perfect score and Matt wagered 0, or rather less than 6, I wasn't going to win regardless. So that there was that. I have no idea, but I'm not going to go down without swinging a little bit. But it's like kind of dumb because we already said this one out loud, which is I put down Unity, even though like I'm 99.999% certain that's wrong. So
all right.
I just couldn't. I wasn't going to leave a blank page.
Matt, you are up next. Tell us how many points you've wagered and what your answer is.
I wagered 14 points. I did the math of how many points I could wager and still be above Case if he wagered 0. And that was just a little above. And I have no clue. Not a freaking clue, even though I've played Rayman Origins and, again, can picture the title screen. So I just guessed the Ezio engine. Because I love Ezio, and he's the best character one of the best characters they've ever created. So
that is a fantastic and wonderful guess. In the chat, Jesse got it. And I think that it was a collaboration between Jesse and maybe Katie on that. But the correct answer to this one is the UB Art framework.
yeah, nope, didn't. I had no idea, but the logo is familiar though.
I would have
had no idea.
taken UB Art on that one because Jesse and Katie screened that out. So a tough one. These bonus round questions usually are, but gents, y'all did great. Let's share the final score here.
I didn't.
You have a point. So in second place is Case. In first place with 13 points, Matt, aka Stormageddon. Congratulations.
Woo. Yeah. All right.
I don't know. I don't know if y'all want to talk about the bet, but there was a bet here. I don't know if you want to say it on air.
I'm happy to. So, we decided that since Case does mostly movie podcasts and I do a lot of video game podcasts, that if Case lost, he had to play a video game of my choosing for the length of time of the movie of his choosing if I lost. And so the movie that you chose, tell them a little bit about it.
I chose the movie Dogville, which is not a bad movie, but it is a painful movie to watch up until a fairly cathartic ending. And it's 178 minutes long. So
now Case needs to play the game I chose for him is Human Fall Flat, and Case has to at least play it for 3 hours. I will purchase the game for him on Steam. Human Fall Flat is a puzzle game where you have to use your flailing body to solve puzzles. The early stages are not so bad, but the later stages are infuriating, especially single player. And so it's the best $8 I'll ever spend. So enjoy that, Case.
I'm going to play that real slow.
I love that bet. I love you both for coming on here. Papa Paz said Human Fall Flat is so much fun. So, hey, there's one fan in there. There's one fan of the game in the chat. But, gents, thank you so much for coming today. Maybe we'll have a tournament of champions. Who knows? Matt, you'll be back. Case, maybe you'll also be back.
I won't be.
Hey, never say never. If you're sticking around the chat, we're going to hang out for another couple minutes here. But if you're watching on the VOD, thank you so much for hanging out. Love the support so far for the show. You can follow all things video game trivia at VG_trivia on Twitter. You can follow me on every major social media platform at Jacob McCourt. I host 2 podcasts. The first is called the Left Behind Game Club. It is a video game book club podcast that releases every other week, as well as a video game movie podcast called Cutscenes, where we watch video game movies. Most of them are fun or bad, but hey, we have a fun time talking about them. So you can find those on every major podcasting platform, or if you're watching on Twitch, you can scroll down to my underlay, and those links are right there. Thanks to everyone who hung out in the chat. If you are still here, we're going to hang out for a few more minutes, so stick around. But thank you so much for watching, and we will see you again soon. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.